Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents G.I. Joe Tuesday. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with the G.I. Joe Classified Series Leatherneck. Let's get into it! Let's begin with a look at the packaging. And just like every other G.I. Joe recent classified, you know, we've got that carbon fiber looking background on the packaging. G.I. Joe 148. On the front, G.I. Joe Leatherneck. And then nice big window showcasing the figure and accessories for the most part. Window on this side, G.I. Joe Star. G.I. Joe Classified Series. Warning! Don't stick things in your pie hole that don't belong there. 4 and up, there's the assortment numbers. Hasbro print. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in China print, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On this side, we've got some nice artwork there of Leatherneck. G.I. Joe Classified Series, number 148. And something that I just noticed, you know, they're not putting the real names on here anymore. So, number 148, G.I. Joe Star, here is his skill set. And there's that artwork again. There's a QR code if you want to scan that. G.I. Joe Classified Series. On the back, some nice practical photography. And then some digital renders there for the close-ups of some of the features of the figure. Skill set again, G.I. Joe Leatherneck. Pants! GIJoe.com. Attention! Don't stick things in your French pie hole, especially that do not belong there. Includes figure in 8 pieces, not accessories. Warning, attention, Octoon. Don't stick things in any other language pie hole that do not belong there. Don't give it to babies. Small, fine, legalese, made in China print, assortment number, Hasbro print, and whatever that is. That, my friends, completes our look at the packaging. Let's take a look at the figure and his accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers. Take a look at the smaller accessories. And first up, we have his knife. And it's nothing new. We've seen this knife before. Nice silver paint app on the blade. Nice molded details. You can definitely tell it's a knife. It's even got some molded details there in the handle. So, not a bad looking piece. Next up, he's got his safety shooting glasses. And it looks like they're made out of a translucent plastic with some black paint app. Well, at least I think they're black. No, it's green. Green paint app. And if I'm wrong about that, don't make fun of handicapped people. I'm colorblind. So, and you can see the lenses are kind of frosted looking. So, that's not bad. Next up, we have his sidearm. Again, nothing we haven't seen in the line before. A more realistic looking weapon. Probably, this one is probably based on, how many probablys can I throw in there? An actual weapon. So, that's very cool looking. Here is his hat, or cap, or marine top. I don't know exactly what they call it. But you can see he's got that nice little marine eagle logo in there. And a nice camouflage pattern on it. And here is his rifle. Looks like it's got a grenade launcher here on the bottom. It's got ports in it for blast effects. The magazine is removable and quite easily so. So you better be careful with that. And throughout this, nice molded details, definitely based on a real life firearm. So that's pretty cool. Now the final accessory. Anyway, so this piece looks nice. And as you can see, I did some modifications on it, and maybe a little too much, but the peg was really long. It would not fit into the port in his back. It would fit in the port in the back of the vest, but not in his back. And I may have shortened it just a bit too much, but it will hang on to the vest, so there's that. I didn't completely mess it up, but nice paint app here for the bedroll and the straps on the bedroll. So there's that. If you modify it, please be careful. Now let's take a look at the head sculpt, and it kinda, if you take the ears off, don't look at the ears. This head sculpt looks like a cross between Sean Connery and Tom Selleck. And with the ears, it looks a little bit more Tom Selleck-y. Not 100%. But as you can see, it does have some nice paint apps on there. A nice sculpted detail for the head. And you can look at the eyes, the mustache, the hair. All that looks really good. He's got his rank insignia. It looks like Sergeant, maybe, on his lapels. And then right here's a tampo, and then the camouflage deco throughout. He's got this tampo right here. It's got some paint apps on the vest for some stuff. Separate belt, and he's got all kinds of little doodads on it. Oh, the watch isn't a separate overlay as well. Walkie-talkie molded into the straps, and then holster on this side. It's got some nice details there for the knee pads, and the way these legs look, they looks like they might be airborne reuse, maybe, at a guess. I don't really know. But let's take a look at his articulation. He can look up that high, and it looks like there's a ball at the bottom of the neck and a dumbbell in the top. He can look up that high, he can look down that low. He's got chicken neck, he's got waggle. He can do the full exorcist, but you have to be careful with it because it looks like the neck wants to turn with the head. So something to be aware of. Not that that doesn't happen a lot with G.I. Joe Classified Series. Butterfly in the shoulder, goes back that far, forward that far. 360 degrees worth of rotation. And he can raise his arm up that high, just slightly past 90 degrees. 360 degrees of rotation at the cut here at the upper bicep. Double hinged pinless elbow. It gives you that much bend. Then at the wrist, 360 degrees of rotation on an in and out hinge, and then up and down hinge on the other side. And I forgot, he's got one of those silver coated brass bracelets or something. I'm guessing that's what it, I don't know exactly what it is, but that's what it looks like, one of those copper bracelets for arthritis or whatever. And then he does have an ab hinge inside there, and then a ball at the waist. So in conjunction, he can lean back with those two that far and forward this far. The vest does hinder that up just slightly, maybe a little more than slightly. So 360 degrees worth of rotation, and he's got all kind of hula going on there as well. Pull down hinge in the hips, and he can give you the full splits. He can kick forward approximately 90 degrees and back about a full step. There is a cut here at the upper thigh, full 360 degrees worth of rotation there. Double hinge pinless knee, and let me see, I did work that loose earlier. There it goes. So that pinless knee joint can give you that much bend. This does get in the way just a tad, but not overly much. And then let's see, just at the very, very bottom of the shin, just up under the pants leg, there is a boot cut for 360 degrees of rotation, and the ankle tilts down that far, tilts up that far, forward facing pin for rocker. Now, as far as accessory storage, the pistol does fit nicely into the holster. His knife fits snugly into the sheath. The glasses do fit on him nicely, and they do fit tightly. And then his cover, marine cover, that's what it's called, not a top, cover. So fits on his head. Well, there's no storage on the backpack for the rifle, so he does have to carry it. And I made him drop his bracelet. He's not going to be a happy Marine about that. What else did I make him drop? Oh, his clip. He's going to be really upset the magazine isn't in his gun properly. That's going to be one of those pieces that ends up disappearing. And of course his backpack, which I have over modified, it looks like. It stays okay now. At least it goes in there. And of course, how'd that get all the way down there? Move that back up. And there you have it, my friends. There's a look at the figure and his accessories, one of which was over modified. And before we move on, I did miss two of Leatherneck's accessories. And here we have handy dandy tweezers to help take a look at him. He does come with an alternate set of hands, which are fists. And I don't believe this is anything we haven't seen in the line before. They're on in and out hinges. Nice molded details, all molded in the correct color plastic. And there are two of them, left and right. Other than that, they're the same. So there we go. It's time for my favorite part of a review, comparisons. And here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Leatherneck with the Walmart exclusive G.I. Joe Classified Series Retro Carded Gung Ho and the G.I. Joe Classified Series 60th Anniversary Marine Sniper. Here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Leatherneck with the Valaverse Action Force Special Deployment Series Swarm Sentry and the Valaverse Action Force Scarab. Swarm Scarab, maybe? He works for the Swarm. For our last set of comparisons, here we have the G.I. Joe Classified Series Leatherneck, with, from the Marvel Legends series, making his cameo appearance, Stan the Man Lee. From G.I. Joe Classified Series, the Hasbro Pulse exclusive Regal variant Cobra Commander. From Star Wars The Black Series, the Archive Edition 501st Legion Clone Trooper. And for a 7-inch scale comparison, from the Masters of the Universe Masterverse line, the 40th Anniversary He-Man. For final thoughts on the G.I. Joe Classified Series Leatherneck, I have to say, I think I like this figure a lot better than I do the original one. I never was that big, huge super fan of Leatherneck back in the day. I do remember having the figure. I don't know if, I don't remember using him a whole lot. He was a Marine. I preferred Gung Ho over Leatherneck. But, this figure really is changing my mind about the character. This guy is not just a replacement for Gung Ho anymore. This guy looks like a guy who can fight alongside Gung Ho and hold his own. And I really like the look of this character. Now, I did have issue with the backpack did not want to peg in, and I corrected it, and I overcorrected. I mean, it sits okay right now, but if you shake it too much, what I did to it's gonna make it fall off. So I don't know if I can maybe put some tape on around the peg and thicken that up a little bit or something. Maybe, I'm not sure, but I do like this figure, and you can see I really like this pose that he's in right now. I wish I could keep it on my shelf like that, but unfortunately I don't have space for that currently. But I now have a new appreciation for the character. And I really like what the Classified team did with this. He looks like he really is ready to go out and kick some butt. Now, the silver bracelet thing, I'm not too sure I get that. Is it one of those that's got the brass on the inside for arthritis? Or I don't know what that is supposed to be. I don't remember there being any significance to that kind of thing from the cartoon. I could be wrong, though. It's been a while since I've really watched it. But again, I have a new appreciation for this character. I really dig this figure, other than the issue I had with the backpack. That's the only thing that keeps it from being like 100% on this guy. Well, that does it for the review. I hope you enjoyed it. I enjoyed making it. Only support from viewers like you make this programming possible. Each view does count, and I do appreciate each and every single view I receive. Thank you, and thank you so very, very much for supporting this channel through viewing. If you are interested in supporting my channel further, I'm now offering memberships at various tiers. Click the join button on my YouTube page, or check this video's description for the link and see if any membership offers are right for you, but only if you are in a position to do so. Comment below, like, share, subscribe if you would like to see more content or just help the channel grow, or both. That's even better. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. That's a wrap, folks. I'll see you next time.